Hey YouTube, people. This is a very boring video, but I was tasked by Yankee Power Supplies to give this one a little load test. To go ahead and what 9? I want 9. On. Yes, to go and check it out and load it up with as many pedals and stuff as I can, so they know that it can handle it. And that's what I'm doing now. So I just thought I might film it. We're gonna go on the Mega board, and I'm not gonna cable up too many of the pedals with audio. Of course, test them and see how if the power affects the sound, but I'm not gonna actually make a working board, because with all the patch cables I have, I could still not actually make this board work. I need a lot more patch cables. I do have a power supply that could handle the full board with one power supply. That's great, and that's what we're gonna test. There's one section here that only supplies AC, 9, 12 or 14 volt AC, which of course for my pedals it's pretty useless because I don't have AC. There's another section here that does 9 volt DC, 12 AC and 16 AC. So that's another 2000 milliamp section, which is way cool. And again, 9 volt AC, AC, AC. So the big sections apparently can't all be used for 9 volt pedals because they have AC. So there's two sections here that only supply AC, 2000 milliamp sections that supply 9 volt DC. So there's two sections here that if you don't have anything that takes AC, you can't really use, but of course they're meant with their 2000 milliamps for pedals that, you know, want the AC. But one of the sections I will actually be using for my LED system that I have underneath, because I usually need to use this wall wart. So I'm gonna try to power that because it needs 2000 milliamps, 12 volt AC. And we're gonna try that. You know, because why not power your LEDs with your power brick? So one section will be used just for that. I'll just start and we'll see. I'm probably gonna put this in the middle so that I can reach with my power cables as best as I can. Amount of power cables might also be an issue here because I don't have a lot of cables that daisy chain. I'll do my best and I load it up as much as I possibly can. We'll see. Here we go.
The silence of the night, darkness
last pedalboard build. This thing's big, and by now we have 40 pedals on it, but not 40 standard pedals. We have 3 loopers, which is of course ridiculous. Each of them eating a minimum of 300 milliamps, more like 350. But I have them in one of the 2000 milliamp outputs, along with a couple of pedals. We have obviously tons of 9-volt pedals. Then we have some like the Jetta Vibe that pulls quite a little bit. We have the Ditto Looper, the Alter Ego, which both eat 100 exactly. Then we have 5 Strymons. I have more Strymons, and I have 4 more Strymon pedals, and that's the big ones that really eat the 350. I could power all of these without a problem. I could have the full Strymon line on this thing with one single power supply. That's pretty freaking cool. If anyone would ever be crazy enough to do that. We have this Nova delay that usually wants its own little power brick. Well, it eats 12 volt DC, and it said 300 milliamps. So I have it on this output 15, which I simply twisted that screw. How well you can get to that screw once you actually have this under the pedal board, that is the big question. How accessible is this screw in case you actually want to adjust it while this thing is being installed? You might have seen that I had to fiddle a little bit. So that's the big question in terms of usability. But I set up 15 as 12 volts. It can go from 1 to 24, and it has 400 milliamps, so there's still 100 left to power this. You might have seen that the warp pedal from Houston Kettner, this big mine type thing, first didn't want to go. Well, because I didn't read it, it actually needs AC. It needs some crazy 12 to 14 volts, so anywhere in between, 300 milliamps AC. So I plugged it in, this whole 2000 milliamp AC block, which I can't use for anything else anyway because I don't have anything else that wants AC. So I went into 14 volt AC, and bam, your warp pedal is on. We have, well, everything else eats 9 volt. These 85 milliamps each. These I have no clue. I love it when it's actually written on the pedal. Pedal manufacturers write it on the pedals how many milliamps it eats, because that way you know what you can put in a chain. Because I don't know right now if some of these chains might not be too long and the pedals are powered, but maybe they're underpowered. I don't know. On the other hand, with this thing, underpowering really not possible. All of these I have in a 400 milliamp block. So then we have, I said, this is 12 DC, this is 14 AC. Then I have some that are on the individual 100 milliamp outputs. There's 4 of them. This one is 9 DC, yes. And really the only restriction of how many more pedals I can put on here is A, the size of the freaking pedal board, which is 120 by 60. 1.20 meters by 60. That's about 4 feet by 2 feet. Crazy big! So that is one of the restrictions, the size of the pedal board, and obviously the length of my power cables. Okay, that's a big issue. How long are my power cables to reach from here to over there? So you might actually have to get some long power cables. You might have to get some, actually just, you know, cut them, make them longer. That's an easy fix. You make some yourself if you have a crazy pedal board of this size. And also, this is designed with its major power sections to daisy chain pedals, what we did here. And you have to, of course, find out which pedals can be daisy chained without interfering with each other, because they're obviously on the same isolated power, so they're on one of the same power string. I have 4 daisy chain cables, and they're all used up. So if I had some more, I could easily put 1 or 2 more normal pedal boards beside it and continue building, because the power of the Yankee HS-M24 is not at its end yet. It can power more than what you see here. And I saw it in Frankfurt, where they had 2 pedal train grandes filled with a lot of power sucking stuff. I mean, we're talking about whammies and Mooger Fugas and Moog pedals and Eventides and Strymons, all that stuff that eats power. So we're not at the end yet. So the next part of this test that I'm doing for them is, of course, to see if there's any bad power anywhere. I mean, we're talking about, am I gonna hear any feeping, cleeping, whatever? Which means technically I'm gonna have to plug in every single pedal individually now to hear if there's anything going on. I'm not gonna film that, okay? I'll tell you later. I highly doubt that there's any problems. If there are, you'll find out about it. So this is crazy. 40 pedals and not 40 normal pedals. 40 big ass sucking crazy combination pedals with the HS-M24 from Yankee, the world's most advanced power supply. It says it right on top of it, and it's true. I'm gonna go take the camera and give you a little look-see over, and then we're out. Something. Well, it comes with this. Which is a little snaky kind of light, and you can actually live illuminate, well, with this pedal board, actually only a section of your pedal board. Oh, you saw in the beginning, I tried to power my LED strap that I have under this pedal board, and it would light up, but it was flickering, so it wasn't really working. I used whatever was written on that power adapter that was supplied with it, which was 12 volt AC 2000 milliamps. It wasn't working, but then when I used the power supply that came with it, it wasn't working at all. So I don't know what the deal with it is. No clue. So that didn't work, but obviously that's not what it's meant for. Just use the power supply that came with it. So, but the cool thing is, if you're playing on a hot day, which I just did, and I was very worried about my pedals overheating, you can use this to power anything. So there's a USB out, and I've got this USB fan. Ah. And so you could actually really position this fan right here. And first of all, keep your feet nice and cool, but actually cool down your pedal board in case the sun is beating on it. Yeah. Fan for your pedal board. This is how fucking crazy we are. See ya.